Hello, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your August love reading. So welcome, welcome. If you are returning back to my channel, so glad to have you here. Today we will be tuning into your energy for the month of August regarding your love. So if you are new to my channel and this resonates, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, notification, whatever you feel compelled to do, I would certainly appreciate. Also, Scorpio, if you are interested in signing up for a free reading or even a personal reading, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So again, a reminder, this is not a one-on-one reading. It is a general reading for the collective energy of my beautiful Scorpios. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So we are going to dive into the romance angels for you before we dive into the Celtic Cross. We'll also be getting a message from Spirit directly. We'll get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. We'll get a power animal as well as a crystal. Okay, and let's get one more they're saying. One more. I'm also strongly getting the name Jenica. Jenica. So again, please take that as it resonates here. All right, what do we have going on? Scorpio, what is going on? We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I feel like that's the past energy. I feel like in the past here, you have sort of done a little bit of a retreat where you are taking time out for you, possibly healing from a separation. So just a reminder here, Scorpio, if you are in a single solitude energy and not seeing anybody at the time, if you are in separation, or if you are in a union currently, this is a general reading and we'll kind of cover all of those aspects here. So we have retreat. So if you are in a union, maybe you and this person tried to take a time out in the past to work on things. But the biggest energy I'm getting is that you're solo. This is almost a time for you to disconnect from everybody else. And even if you are in a union in the recent past here, if you were in some sort of a union, I feel like you needed to take a retreat from it or just take a time out to refocus on what's important to you. In the present here, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So again, if you are trying to get out there and date, make sure you're not calling in any energies from the past situation here. And it says finances and career. So many of you are focusing on your finances. It says that they could be an issue or a factor in your love life at this time. But what I'm really getting here is if you are coupled up or if there's somebody from the past entering, pay attention to any red flags, especially Scorpio, if you're trying to reconcile or somebody just shows up out of the blue, which is kind of the energy I'm getting, but I feel like you're over it. We also have stay optimistic about your love life. So for those of you that are out there trying to look for a new union, a new connection, stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I'm getting for many of you, I'm getting a couple options coming up in August. So let's take a look into your Celtic Cross and dive in here for you. All right, Spirit, what is the heart of the matter for my beautiful Scorpios? Can you please tell me what the heart of the matter is? Thank you. We have suffering in silence. So this is the Nine of Swords energy, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like you're coming out of this suffering though. Okay, I feel like it's not as intense. For some of you, it is. Maybe you're coming through some sort of a separation or some sort of a breakup, but I'm really getting the two of these energies kind of going hand in hand. Like I was saying, I feel like in the recent past, there was just some sort of a disconnect that you needed to do some healing and work on yourself. So I feel the heart of the matter with this Nine of Swords energy here is you're releasing fear, anxiety, worry. I feel for many of you, you're staying up late at night, either trying to work on your finances, getting stuff done, or maybe you're trying to occupy your mind. So whatever that looks like for you, I am getting, either social media, it could be alcohol as well. It could be mingling with friends, but I am getting a lot of you are climbing this mountain. You're in the process of healing as well, but there are some sort of habits that are going on for you, Scorpio, that's keeping you awake at night and keeping your mind going. So it doesn't have to be a bad physical habit for you. It could just be some healing work that you're trying to do on your own, but your mind doesn't seem to shut off. So let's clarify what this Nine of Swords is for you as the heart of the matter. All right. I feel like you, again, Possibly in the past, a connection was shut down is what I am seeing here. So I feel like either you shut something down or maybe you shut the world out. And I know with everything kind of opening back up, you know, it's your chance to get back out there again. But I just feel like there was a little bit of healing that needed to take place for you, Scorpio. A little bit of you time or downtime. And maybe you haven't been in a relationship for a while, but I feel like you're coming out of this anxiety. So there's something that you're working on. Maybe you're reprogramming your thinking to being more optimistic, especially if you tended to be a little bit on the glass is half empty side. So let's take a look here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. You're trying to work with the finances and career. You're mastering something. I feel for many of you, you've been focusing on your maybe even building a business or your finances. But again, I'm really getting a strong inclination to health here. Maybe you are recovering from something health-wise. I'm actually seeing somebody with a cast on their leg at this time as well, or some sort of right leg issue possibly going on. But with the Eight of Pentacles here, this is all about you putting in the work. You're working on, if you are in a relationship, you're working on the relationship. And if you are not in a relationship and you're looking for love or you're in separation, you're working on yourself at this time. So a lot of self-work, self-care, but make sure that you are, again, I feel like you're releasing this anxiety. You're releasing the worry. You're releasing yourself from this. And that's where this work comes in. And that's why we have this as the heart of the matter here. So let's take a look at your challenge. Scorpio, what is your challenge for the month of August? Moving on. Yeah, exactly what I'm feeling here is you're moving on from either a pattern, a person, a habit, a situation regarding your love life. You're moving on to bigger and better, so to speak. You can see here with the Six of Swords energy. So, you know, even though this is the challenge for you, Six of Swords shows up, and this is you leaving the past in the past. So again, if you are trying to reconcile with somebody from the past here, pay attention to the red flags here. And if they are showing up in the same energy as the past, then it's time to move on. And that's a challenge for you, Scorpio. If you are thinking too much, let's say you're in that solo environment and you're thinking too much of, well, I'm never going to attract this person, or when am I going to find somebody? I feel like you need to move on from that sort of thinking is what I would say here to you, because we do have staying optimistic about your love life. I'm also getting the name Gregory or Greg. It's G, not C, not Craig, Greg. They wanted me to point out for you because I feel like somebody just asked, is it Craig? It's, you know, if Craig is something that is hitting a bell or hitting a button with you, you know, certainly go with that. But I'm hearing a Gregory. But moving on is your challenge. So let's clarify what it is that you need to move on from for the month of August. Let's take a look here. I'm also, I'm seeing a plane flying overhead. So I feel like either you just heard a plane recently in the last day or two, or it's something to be on the lookout for in the next day or two. But I feel like there's a plane flying overhead, or maybe you live by an airport, or maybe you just got in from somewhere where you were on a plane. So Scorpio, please take it as it resonates here. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Let's take a look here. King of Cups. All right. Yep. King of Cups in reverse. This is what you are moving on from. So I feel for some of you, possibly this could be your own energy, but for many of you, it's somebody else here. So the King of Cups showing up in reverse is somebody that's a little bit cold. They're not in touch with their emotions. They're a little bit untrustworthy as well. Somebody that brings a lot of drama to the plate here, Scorpio. So if these are actions that you are familiar with within yourself, then this is something that you need to release and move on from. But if this is actions from another person, again, we do have paying attention to those red flags. So if the person from the past or somebody that maybe you just met comes off as a little bit aloof or a little bit cold for you, Scorpio, really pay attention to that. It doesn't matter how handsome, how beautiful, how adventurous they are here, but I feel like somebody that's showing up in the King of Cups energy here in reverse is only going to leave you with disappointment. And again, if you are in that solo environment, pay attention to anybody that comes in and they feel like they're not really in touch with their emotions. And I'm hearing some of you you tend to attract these people and you're able to open them up or warm them up a little bit. But I just feel, somebody is shut off because either they just came out of a relationship, they're in a relationship, but they're emotionally closed. Let's find out why they're emotionally closed up here. They're emotionally closed to you is what I am feeling here. So let's take a look here. It could be, past trauma issues. I'm also seeing somebody in the war that possibly just came back. Not just came back, but they did spend time overseas is what I am getting here. So soldier energy, even though usually soldier energy might show up with the swords or even the pentacles sometimes, but I am getting that, I have to say. Knight of Pentacles, somebody that's slow to open up, okay? So eventually they possibly could open up, but definitely at this time, moving on from anybody, including yourself. If you're feeling a little bit cold towards a situation here, Scorpio, move away from it. So again, that's a challenge, especially if there is love here, which I feel for some of you, there is some sort of heart connection, and then there's somebody that's a little cold towards that. So let's take a look at the foundation. What is going on for you and what's below you, Scorpio? Throat chakra, some sort of communication. It does show up a little bit in reverse here. So this is almost like the Ace of Swords energy, where there was some sort of conversation. There was, I feel like, some sort of confession, maybe even confusion regarding a conversation. Maybe this is you getting things straight with yourself for some of you. But I feel like there was some sort of communication. And this is something that you've been working on yourself, Scorpio, is how to communicate with others more effectively. How others communicate to you, how you receive it, how you respond here, and also how to be able to talk with another person. And I feel like for some of you, you feel like you're just either not good at communicating or other people don't quite get you. So let's clarify the throat chakra. Ooh, oh yeah, okay. We have the Devil energy. So for many of you, it's hard for you to resist temptation. Whether this is some sort of addiction, some sort of obsession, lies, manipulation, codependency, it's all about freeing yourself from toxicity. And I feel like it's hard for you to express when there is something toxic going in your life. It's hard for you to express to yourself or others how to release that energy, how to release that. Because I feel like for some of you Scorpios, you get kind of sucked into it. I mean, who couldn't get sucked into those beautiful green eyes, right? However, the devil has you on strings. You're a puppet here, you can see. And you're in charge of your own life, Scorpio. You have the choices. And I know it's hard sometimes to, try to resist this temptation, especially if it is the King of Cups energy and it's something you're trying to move on from. But I feel like there's been a lot of toxic energies that you are working through. And I feel like that's where this retreat is coming in here from the past. There is a lot of healing, a lot of health as well. I'm also, I feel like somebody just took a bite of an apple, or there's a crunch of an apple here in the mouth. But releasing any of this, and this may be your foundation. Maybe you found yourself stuck in toxic relationships in the past. And I feel like stay optimistic. This isn't going to be the case forever. So let's take a look and see what's going on in your past. What's going on in the past for my beautiful Scorpios? Or what I'm hearing too is you find yourself attracted to people that are emotionally unavailable. So for example, I'm hearing the song, it's a Alanis Morissette song, but it's, what is it, ironic? It's a song about being in love with somebody else. Like they can't have you because they're married. But I feel like maybe you find yourself in situations where somebody is emotionally unavailable or they're already attached. And it's toxic. It's toxic to be in that situation. Or maybe they just come out of a relationship and you're a rebound or a situation like that. But take it as it resonates, Scorpio. It's not going to resonate with you all. And for those of you that are in a relationship and you're in separation and possibly thinking about coming back together, I feel like there's a lot to work on between the both of you regarding toxic behaviors, toxic patterns, or toxic situations here. So let's take a look at the past for you. Spiritual strength. Yeah, exactly. This is the card here of the wounded warrior, the 9 of Wands energy. This is you in the past having one final push, having that motivation in a difficult period to move forward here, having that spiritual strength, the courage, the discipline, the persistence to finish what you started here and not give up. I feel for some of you, somebody put a barrier up, a strong barrier after their heart being broken or going through something many times. And for many of you, you felt the need to give up on a situation. Maybe you did give up on this situation here, but don't give up on yourself is what I am getting from this here, because you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I do have to tell you here, Scorpio, I hardly ever, if you've watched my videos over the last few months, I hardly ever read what's at the bottom of the deck unless I see it or unless I know you see it or spirit guides me to it. But as I'm talking about spiritual strength, we do have the strength card in reverse showing up here in your past. So I feel like what this is saying here is somebody was made you feel very vulnerable, maybe even very weak. That when it shows up in reverse here, I feel like you're led by urges. So again, you could be led by possible sexual urges, possible manipulation here regarding somebody in the past. But I feel that somebody did make you feel very vulnerable and possibly took advantage of that. This is also self-sabotaging behaviors when it does show up in reverse. So that can be patterns. That could be sabotaging relationships in one form or another. So again, take it as it resonates. But let's clarify the 9 of Wands energy. And they're saying, yep, that was the card that we were supposed to see at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, do you want one more in this? Okay, no, I'm hearing let's move on to the potential. I feel like this card, they don't want to stay too long in the past because I feel like you definitely have a past here. And I feel like the whole reading could go into the past if we went there is what Spirit is saying, because I feel like you've been through a lot. There's a lot of toxicity. There's family stuff is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing possibly back and forth between relationships or with kids or with family. I'm seeing really muddled energy between not just you and another person, but other people involved as well. So take that as it resonates here, but a lot of healing. So kudos to you, Scorpio, because you are on that right path, especially if you ask yourself often, am I in the right direction? Please, God, give me a sign and let me know that what I'm doing is right, that I'm on that true north. And this is your sign, if you've been asking for one, Scorpio, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing right now at this point in your life. So let's take a look at the potential. What's the potential for your love? The base chakra. Interesting. You got, the throat as your foundation here, what's below you, and you have this above you. This is you building a solid life with somebody with this base chakra. This is all about building a foundation. And I feel like possibly there was a tower moment that came in the past that kind of broke everything apart for you. So you had to start fresh. I feel like a lot of you have been healing from possible childhood wounding, childhood trauma, parent issues, as well as maybe even high school stuff, high school relationships, and into even relationships in your 20s, 30s, 40s, depending on your age here, even 50s. But for many of you, it's almost like a reset button. You're pushing this reset button in your life and you're saying, you know what? The first half of my life, I've learned, I've grown. The next half of my life here, I want to do what's right for me. I don't want to put everybody else forward now when it comes to my happiness. And as you can see here, we just have this flip over. And we had this come up earlier with the Knight of Pentacles. You've been feeling stuck. You've been feeling stuck in the first half. You feel like you've been doing a lot of healing on your own self. But I feel like the potential here with this base chakra is to finally move forward in a situation that you felt like it was being stalled or too slow. But everything that you've done up until this point, because this is the slowest moving knight in the whole deck here, Scorpio, and everything you've been doing has been here to teach you lessons to grow and learn. And I feel like you're calling in a partner, and I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight for you, but I feel like you're leveling up, you're ascending your energy so you are able to come into a union with the person that you will build that foundation with. And if you feel like you currently are in a relationship where you do want to build with somebody, it could be slow. It could be slow moving. Perhaps you rushed into things, and just pay attention to, again, any red flags. We do have healthy boundaries here with the Queen of Swords. For some of you, maybe you have Libra placements in your chart, or maybe your partner or somebody that you have your eye on as a Libra. But the Queen of Swords shows up. And I love the Queen of Swords because she's a seeker of the truth. She tells things like they are. She's very good at setting healthy boundaries for herself, and she's an excellent communicator. She's based on integrity, honesty, and she's very opinionated as well. But I feel like from everything that you've been through in the past here has made you set yourself up for the life that you want. And I feel like even though the challenge is having moving on, but I feel like it's having those healthy boundaries. And this is the potential here, is to make sure that when red flags come in here, when people come into your energy that are not good for you, it's important for you to put up those boundaries and say, hey, I won't be treated that way. If somebody calls you and says, I will be there at 7 p.m. to pick you up, and they don't show, and then at 8 o'clock they call you and say, oh yeah, I'm just running a little bit behind. I mean, that's not okay, Scorpio. I almost called you Libra here. But that's not okay, because that's taking your time and energy away. Don't put up with that. So don't put up with being a doormat, Scorpio, for other people. They do want me to go another one regarding this potential. So again, I feel like the potential here is for you to build this beautiful, solid life. And even if you're doing it on your own right now, you're building this life, and then you're coming into union. It's almost like you're getting the 9 of Cups energy is kind of what I'm getting. 9 of Cups is the card right before the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is what we all want, that beautiful, happy union. But the 9 of Cups is really what we all want to be in prior to getting there, because that means we're happy and sufficient on our own, Scorpio. So we have the 4 of Pentacles here. 4 of Pentacles is all about making sure that you don't withhold any affection here, but making sure you give out your love and your affection and your time and energy to people who deserve it. And that's kind of the energy I was getting with that last card, the Queen of Swords, and that example of not letting people be a doormat here. I'm also hearing the name Doreen. So the 4 of Pentacles is you have the potential here to build a beautiful relationship. But if you are stalled or stagnant because you're carrying either emotions or you're still with somebody that is not helping you grow, the challenge here is to move on so you can come into a union with somebody that you don't have to feel like you need to walk on eggshells with, is what I'm getting. We have the 8 of Pentacles showing up again here. And the 8 of Pentacles is if you are inexperienced on learning how to work on your relationship, or inexperienced on how to communicate, or if somebody else comes into your energy and they're not sure how to communicate with you as well, maybe seek professional help, or work on that with them, work on communicating better, because we do have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like the Knight is coming in here, and it's somebody who is a sweet talker. He takes rapid, passionate action, very ambitious here, very adventurous, very sexual energy. So I feel like there's potential for new people to come in for you, but just make sure you're setting healthy boundaries. So let's take a look at your near future. What's going on? We see the potential for some fun coming in. Will it grow? Is it something that'll last? I feel like you're working on you, but I do feel like there is some fun, adventurous energy showing up as the potential here. So again, let's take a look at your future vision. What's going on in your near future? Ooh, all right. We have 2 of them that came out here. Okay, so we do have you healing. Again, healing is a big theme here. We have heartache and loss. So I feel for many of you, the challenge here is to move on from this heartache and loss here, because it does show up again in your future. However, this is you sacrificing here. So I actually do like to see this heartache and loss card coming up. The 3 of Swords is all about heartbreak, separation. It could be third party or cheating, depending on if you already know this as well. But for some of you, you're sacrificing, giving up some sort of thoughts, maybe a relationship, maybe a pattern, maybe it's a person here, sacrificing it because you don't want to deal with this heartache and loss anymore. And I feel like that's what you're moving away from. That is what the challenge is for you. And that's why it shows up in your near future potential, because you are moving on from this and you're allowing new love. You're opening up your heart again. So let's clarify this energy, because some people might look at this, oh my gosh, am I going to have heartache and loss in the near future? Well, I mean, it's your choice. You can suffer in silence, which is the heart of the matter here, or you can make a choice to move on from things that don't serve you any longer. I wish I could tell you that it's going to be roses and rainbows here for you, Scorpio, but I have to tell it like it is. And I am feeling, though, a positive vibe moving towards the future for you once you're able to release and once you're able to, again, move on. You've already done the dirty work here. You've already been through a lot in the past. Don't keep carrying it, is what Spirit is saying. Release this heartache, because, we all go through it. Release that. Sacrifice that piece of you that doesn't need to hang on to that heartache any longer. All right. Yeah, there's the Queen of Cups. So we've already had the King of Cups show up in reverse. Here, this is you now. This is the Queen of Cups energy where you are getting back in touch with your emotions. You're opening your heart up here. So I'm really loving this for you. And, you are that emotion. You are the Cups energy as well, Scorpio. So I definitely feel like for many of you, you're releasing this heartache. You're sacrificing something in your life in the near future because you're finally ready to open yourself up. So let's get one more card to clarify the near future. Four of Pentacles, once again, you're releasing anything that you're hanging really, really tight to at this time. So if this is a thought, maybe you have the thought that King of Cups is your counterpart, and you're releasing the need to try to control the situation here. You're releasing any thoughts or patterns or habits or limiting beliefs that hold you down or hold you in that place here. If it is, that attachment of being with this person, even though there's a lot of red flags or toxic energy, maybe it's you releasing that person physically, emotionally, spiritually, especially you feel like you're a match, because again, Queen of Cups and King of Cups is a match, and it's very beautiful, but somebody is cold. Somebody is gone cold in a situation because of some sort of heartbreak, some sort of loss going on here is what I'm getting. Oh, and then they want me to tell you at the bottom of the deck here, we have Justice. So Justice shows up here to clarify as well. This is a karmic cycle possibly in the past, but dealing with maybe even legalities, but it's judging. It's weighing up your options and judging what is best for you. What is the fair thing to do in this situation, and how can I come out balanced out of a very imbalanced situation here in the past. All right, let's take a look and see what you, Scorpio, what are you telling yourself for the month of August? What are you telling yourself for the month of August? All right. Crown chakra. Wow, you have a lot of chakra energy here. So you're telling yourself that you want divine guidance, that you want to be divinely guided through this situation here. You're also listening to your higher self in this situation, I'm feeling, Scorpio. A lot of you may be working on your own spiritual practices, your own spiritual studies as well. A lot of you may be trying to meditate or even find, you are listening to this spiritual tool, this spiritual guidance here with this video. Maybe you are watching a lot of different YouTubes or seeking advice from spiritual counselors, psychics, intuitives to help clarify how you should move forward. And I'm also getting a lot of healing energy with this as well. Maybe you've been doing a lot of healing, because I'm getting, again, strong healing, whether it's emotional or physical for some of you. The crown chakra is what you're telling yourself at this time. You need to finally, accept, listen to your higher self, and move forward into a positive new you. I just heard new life, new you. Maybe you just posted a picture. I'm seeing somebody just posted a picture of themselves, and it had almost like a new life, new you vibe, like getting rid of all toxicity or things that don't serve you any longer. Let's clarify this crown chakra energy for you as what you're telling yourself. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is showing up here. You are ready to be in a relationship. You don't want to be single anymore. You've been doing the work. You've been working on yourself, self-sufficient here, trying to reach goals. But now you're ready to move forward is what I'm getting. You're opening up again, that Queen of Cups in the upright position. You're opening yourself up to love. So beautiful energy here is what you're telling yourself. Because you have been single or been, even if you're in a relationship, I feel many of you have felt lonely within it, but you're telling yourself you're ready to open up and you're ready to accept what is coming your way. So let's take a look at your external influences or your environment for the month of August. We have solitude, hermit energy here. So this is a temporary timeout because I feel like for many of you, it's needed. Okay. So you're thinking, oh, well, I don't want to time out. Maybe I've been doing the work, but I'm getting a small temporary piece of solitude. Maybe it's just even a weekend getaway for you. Maybe it's someplace that you're going with the girls or with the guys here. I'm definitely getting maybe even heading up. I just heard somebody saying like heading up to the family cabin or family home for some of you. But it's just getting out, getting away. So a lot of you maybe even have some sort of a trip planned, whether it's a weekend, whether it's a week. But there is time to renew is what I'm getting with this. This is you doing a little bit of soul searching, you gaining that wisdom and not feeling lonely any longer. Because I feel like even though this is a solitude card, I feel like once you get into that solitude space here and you connect with your higher self, connect with your guides, the universe, God, whatever you want to call the energy space or your higher self here with this crown chakra energy, you're not going to feel alone. The answers are going to come to you is what I am getting. So take some time out. External influences, this is your environment here. Take a little bit of time out for you in August because I feel like the answers that you seek here, Scorpio, are really going to come to you. And I feel for many of you, you need it. You need a little bit of a time out or a break just to think. Ooh, all right. Yeah, here we go. There's some sort of decision that needs to be made here. Two of Swords energy showing up. Two of Swords is a difficult decision needing to be made. Taking action and facing something head on. Maybe you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place here. This might not just have to do with a relationship decision. It could be anything in your life going on is what Spirit is saying here. But we have the Emperor. It's time for you, Scorpio, to really take note on something. With the Emperor showing up, this is somebody of authority here. This is somebody who's disciplined. So what it's saying is get your life in order. Discipline yourself. Maybe if you've been wanting to work on an exercise regime, really set up a routine for that. If you've been wanting to work on your business or your finances even more, set up a routine. If it's your love life, make sure you're putting it in the calendar so you're able to go on dates and open yourself up. But the Emperor is showing up here, and this could be somebody, again, that comes into your energy field after a time of solitude. So a few different things going on here with the Emperor, but we do have strength showing up again for you. So I feel like it's going to take a lot of courage, a lot of willpower here, especially when you're feeling a little bit weak. I feel like that's when somebody is going to come in here. This could be you even going to talk to somebody that has a little more experience than you, somebody, again, of higher authority, possibly somebody that you have to pay for a service. It could be somebody that has more knowledge or more wisdom than you in a situation as well. And that's kind of what I'm getting here with the Hermit and the Emperor coming together is this could even be you getting back on your A game, especially if you felt like you kind of fell off for a bit. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. Scorpio, what's going on regarding your hopes and fears? Oh, goodness. Wow. We have another chakra card coming out here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the heart chakra. Your hope here is to open yourself up and that somebody else will open up to you. There's forgiveness needed. Could be forgiveness on your end. It could be forgiveness on theirs. And maybe it's forgiving yourself or just forgiving another as well. But the heart chakra is about that equal give and take. You want to attract and call in that union that is going to be equally sustainable emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially for both of you. But I feel like it's opening up two hearts to come together as one here. And right behind it, we do have positive movement forward. So again, the fear here is that there's going to be stagnant energy, that with that Two of Swords, maybe that a decision, you might make the wrong one, or maybe you won't make one at all here. You'll sit in it and be stagnant. But the positive side, the hope here, is that there is movement forward because you are opening up that heart chakra. So I am loving this. I feel like these are good hopes and fears to have. However, there will be, I feel like there's more of your hope that's going to be coming into fruition here for you. So let's clarify this energy. Spirit, can you please tell me what this positive movement forward is for my beautiful Scorpios? Oh gosh, God goodness here. We have Seven of Cups, so options. What is it here, Scorpio, that you've been fantasizing about? What have you been daydreaming and having these opportunities here? But because I feel like, again, there's Spirit is saying there's a need to focus. Oh, and right below, we have the Two of Cups here. I meant to point out that Two of Swords card, I have no idea. I must have shuffled it in there. But yeah, there's options here. There's a need to focus here. And we do have the Two of Cups showing up in reverse. So again, some sort of separation, separating yourself from something. Even if you want to be with somebody, there is the need to retreat. There's a need to have a little bit of solitude in a situation here. And for those of you that are thinking, well, I've been in solitude, I'm ready to get back out there. I feel like there's still a tiny little piece of you that needs to go in solitude, just clear that mind, because some of you have your mind going like it's on a hamster wheel over and over and over and over again, where you just need to clear that mind and come in, because guess what's going to happen here? Beautiful energy. 10 of Pentacles, even though there's some sort of a separation, it could be separation within your thoughts. Maybe it's a physical separation. Because again, once you clear your head, the answers are going to come to you, and what you're manifesting and attracting, because we are clarifying your hope here, hopes and fears, is the 10 of Pentacles is showing up in the upright position. 10 of Pentacles is all about being all in, building a solid life here, building a legacy. It's all about spiritual, material abundance, financial security, family ties. It's that beautiful, happy family life. And I feel like that is a hope of yours. That's something you want to obtain. We all want to obtain. So let's take a look at the final outcome. Scorpio, what is the final outcome for the month of August in your love life? Oh, I feel like one flipped in here. Oh gosh, there he is. There's the Emperor. We just had that show up. So in your environment, okay, remember how there was a few different scenarios going on here with your environment for the month of August? The Emperor showed up in your environment, so it is a physical person as well. This is somebody who's going to come in and be a really strong figure, maybe even a father figure, somebody that maybe it's even somebody you have children with yourself. But this is somebody who is a leader. He knows what he wants and he goes for it. He's worked on his feelings, his emotions, his finances, his life. This is somebody that can go out into the world and people look at him and they respect him. The Emperor shows up and says, you know what? I built my life on this firm foundation. And this is the potential here, but it looks like not only is it the potential for you, Scorpio, there's somebody that's coming in to your energy that definitely has his stuff together. So let's clarify this Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. Spirit, can you please tell me about this Emperor showing up for Scorpio? Is the Scorpio's energy? Maybe it's you feeling on top of your own game. Maybe you feel finally in charge of your whole life again. But for many of you, I feel like it is somebody that is very set. He has everything going for him. And I feel like that's what you're attracting. That's what you're wanting. So Spirit, can you please clarify the Emperor? They do want a couple more here. Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we have going on? What do we have going on? We have two kings. Okay. Scorpio, we have two kings coming at you. we have now again that King of Cups showing up, but the King of Cups is showing up in the upright position. The King of Wands is showing up in the upright position. You have the Authority in the middle here. So I feel like you're going to have some options. As we had the options card come out, we have positive movement forward. So there's going to be a couple choices. Are you going to choose the King of Cups, possibly somebody from the past here, or are you going to choose this new Knight here, or the new King of Wands? Because we have somebody coming towards you. Somebody is taking action. Maybe it's both of these people coming at you. But I feel like ultimately you're going to grow and build. And that's where this Emperor comes from, because I feel like what the Emperor is here, Scorpio, is all of the kings wrapped up in one. So what this is telling me is one of these two choices, I should say one of these two options, one's going to be your choice, that are going to grow into that Emperor energy here. Okay, so very important message here. So if you are wanting to get back together with somebody from the past here, pay attention to any red flags. Make sure that the energy that you're bringing into it is new, but the challenge is moving on from, if you are trying to work it out with somebody from the past or reconcile, maybe even go on a little retreat with them, the challenge is moving on past stuff. So if both of you keep bringing the past up, guess where your energy is going to be? But I feel like the King of Cups is coming in now where he may be more emotionally available, but somebody is taking action. So if you are not looking for old love, past love, or to reconcile, you have the King of Wands coming in. King of Wands is somebody who's very adventurous, very charming, very handsome and sexual. Somebody who's very warm and wants to travel the world. Somebody well-versed, well-scripted here. Could be a business owner as well, or somebody who is an entrepreneur. He's very successful though. He's an influencer. And I'm really loving the energy. I'm not going to lie. When I'm looking at the energy, I feel like this person is nice and all. They've been doing a lot of work, but I'm loving this. I'm loving this energy. And you can see here that you've gotten that Strength card twice in reverse, but we do have the Lion showing up here. So I feel like there still would be a little bit of healing on both your ends, specifically for you, Scorpio, to move forward. But this is beautiful. This is pretty cool. I won't lie. But somebody is coming in here and taking action, okay? Somebody is coming in to say, you know what, Scorpio, I want to be your Emperor. How can we grow and build and work together? So, wow, holy moly, I wasn't expecting that, but I love it. I do love it. All right, let's get a message from Spirit. Scorpio, what do we have from Spirit for my beautiful Scorpios? Oh, I just heard the name Leonard. I don't know if this is Leonard, maybe like Leonard Skinner. Maybe you just listened to a Leonard Skinner song, or if somebody in your energy field is named Leonard. But we have vulnerability. Vulnerability. This is confirmation that you are seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Yes, get yourself vulnerable. Vulnerable in a way where you can open up, not vulnerable in a way where you can be a doormat. And then we have hello from heaven. Hello from heaven. I'm getting a very sweet energy. Sweet. I feel like this is a higher voice, so this is feminine. Somebody coming in here. Annie. I just heard Annie. But hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they are with you at this time. We have spiritual strength here as well. What Spirit is telling me, or I should say what Spirit in heaven, so what somebody that's already crossed over on your end here, Scorpio, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but somebody that's crossed over has been guiding you along the way in the past as well. I feel like I am getting mother, but even if it's not your mother, maybe it's your brother, your father, a loved one. Maybe it's a significant other, but you do have help from the other side is what I'm hearing for you. Ooh, I'm getting very emotional. tuning into that energy for you. So we're going to get a wisdom of the oracle here, and I will read the relationship message from the book here, from the guidebook, because I feel like there's a lot of good information that comes in from the guidebook. All right, we have chop wood. They do want me to go one more. All right, we have chop wood. Spirit, do you want one? Okay, not with this deck. I just heard not with this deck. Okay, so we have chop wood showing up. We do have it in reverse, so I'm going to read the relationship and the reverse message for you. So chop wood. All right, let's see here. 42. 42 is all about being grounded in everyday experiences. All right, so chop wood. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands. Wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. And then I'm going to read you the protection message as well, just because it did show up in reverse here. But take it as it resonates, Scorpio. We have, are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you've begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, take one step towards the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you. Yeah. So chop wood, get stuff done, ground yourself in nature if we can. Get that crown chakra, that higher self activated. All right. And lastly here, before we grab a crystal, if you are new to my channel, I do this beautiful exercise I love with the power animal. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. It's a 68 card deck with every animal imaginable, everything that swims, that flies, that's on the land, wild, domesticated. So I want you to close your eyes, Scorpio. Just close your eyes for me for a moment. And I want you to think of the first animal that comes into your mind's eye. Okay, think of the first animal, or if you have two of them. While I shuffle here, just close your eyes and think of the first animal. All right, and Scorpio, if your animal does not match up with the animal that I pull, it doesn't mean that it's not your message. This is for the collective energy of my beautiful Scorpios, and the energy that you are tuning into is your own independent energy as well regarding your animal. So these messages are for all of you, the collective energy of Scorpio, but I would absolutely love if you would feel free to share in the comments what your animal is that you were thinking of. All right. So what we have here, if everybody has picked their animal, if not, you can just pause the video for a moment. But we do have rabbit, Spirit, rabbit. Now is a lucky time. Now is a lucky time. And I am getting that energy here for you, especially because you've done a lot of healing. There's been a lot going on. You're staying optimistic here about your love life, but I feel like there are beautiful changes afoot here. As I said afoot, I kept seeing a rabbit foot. I feel like, oh, okay. There is two beautiful little baby bunnies at the bottom here, but rabbit spirit comes in. And I just heard something a little bit dirty, so I probably won't say it, but you can imagine here. So rabbit or bunny. If that resonates with you, awesome. If you saw a rabbit or a bunny recently in your physical 3D world, that's awesome as well, confirmation. And then we have sandpiper spirit. Be playful. Get out there and be playful towards yourself, towards others. Make sure you're laughing. Even though there is a temporary time out here, a solitude, make sure you are doing things that bring laughter to you, even if it's bird watching. You know, even if you can laugh and joke about the silliest things. All right, we have sandpiper spirit. And then lastly here, we have fox spirit. Think on your feet. Think on your feet. All right, we have fox. So for some of you, maybe you just seen a fox cross the road as well. Maybe you can connect to the fox spirit. And also, I am getting a message with the fox spirit of paying attention again to any red flags. So if you are with somebody or trying to reconcile again, Scorpio, with somebody from the past, pay attention to the old habits or patterns that come in for you. And if you are dating or seeking out new people as well, pay attention to any red flags. I'm not saying that there's going to be a bunch, but it could be red flags on your own self too. Pay attention to any forms of self-sabotage or toxic energies that maybe you bring into a situation as well. Got to be honest here. It goes both ways in a relationship. It does take two. So just pay attention. Think on your feet. Don't be sly, because foxes can be sly, can be cunning, can kind of sneak in when you least expect it here. But make sure you are thinking on your feet here. All right, before we shut down this reading here, let's get a crystal for you, Scorpio. Let's get a crystal. Okay, I'm actually being guided to a crystal up here. You can't see here, but this is selenite here, selenite. And you can see that it is in the shape of a beautiful big heart. But one moment here, Scorpio. Promote spiritual growth. Selenite promotes spiritual growth, and what I'm hearing here is with this crown chakra, it also helps open up and activate your crown chakra area here, and it helps with healing. It also relieves stress and anxiety for you. So Scorpio, if you do work with crystals, I feel like somebody might even have a statue or some sort of selenite statue. Kind of, you know, you can see here in the background, this is selenite. I also have selenite here, but it's a very beautiful stone to work with. If you are familiar with this, please work with selenite for the month of August regarding your love life. It will help you and advance you. If you don't have this, maybe when you're meditating, focus on maybe this color, this clear color surrounding yourself with it. So very, very beautiful energy coming in here for you. So I hope this resonates. Scorpio, beautiful reading. You have some choices that you need to make. It's time to take action, time to chop some wood here. But you've been through a lot. You've gained a lot of wisdom from the situation here. Keep doing your spiritual practices here. It's what you're telling yourself. Keep trusting in the divine. And I feel like your heart is opening up. You're doing absolutely beautiful. I hope this resonates with you. Again, please feel free to leave a comment. I do read all of them. It helps me connect with your energy. And I look forward to tuning in next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do so if you feel compelled. And I am sending you all out love and light. Bye.